I went back to the draft. And Stephanie was backstage there, and she was come over and talk with everybody, but she was in Gorilla just laughing and talking and having great, having a good time with the talent. So it's always about this in the wrestling business. You never say never. So we don't know whether we'll ever see her back again. One day she may pop right up.
Let me ask you something, Teddy. This has been knocked around to a few people online. I want to get your opinion on this. With the new regime over in WWE right now, do you think that we will ever see Stephanie McMahon return to a larger role in WWE?
Well, I don't know.
They have focused on her a couple of times. She has been on the show 2 or 3 times now, being seen in the crowd or somewhere. Go ahead.
The last time I was there for the not the SmackDown show, I went back to the draft. And Stephanie was backstage there, and she was come over and talk with everybody, but she was in Gorilla just laughing and talking and having great, having a good time with the talent. So it's always about this in the wrestling business. You never say never. So we don't know whether we'll ever see her back again. One day she may pop right up.
You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass.
I think that we may see Stephanie McMahon if that's what the fans want to see. I think eventually if there's a call for her and fans start aching to see her make a return, I think that's when you might see her return, but not before. I don't think she's just going to pop up without some kind of a groundswell.
You don't know that.
No, it's just my thought. You
don't know that. No. She may pop up in something and you'd never dream that it would be her.
I wonder with her father and the name McMahon not being the best name around for WWE right now, if Stephanie would just come back, if she does, under Stephanie or Stephanie Levesque, if she comes out,
If she used her name, I wouldn't let these people worry me. She ain't got nothing to do with that. That situation is with her dad and other people. She's not involved in that. So why change her name because of something that somebody else done? She has nothing to do with that, and I wouldn't change my name.
No, I wouldn't want to change my name, but if the McMahon is said over and over again, people might keep associating McMahon in the new WWE regime, which is something they may not want. Well,
who cares?
TKO would care because they don't want to keep bringing up bad publicity to their brand by using that name. That's what I'm saying.
But it's so minor,
found
Mac.
Guilty.
But it's so minor. You know what I mean? I don't think TKO would let nothing like that interfere with him because they know Stephanie ain't got nothing to do with that stuff.
All right, let me ask you about Sportskeeda's Backstage Pass. JBL revealed the story of you, Mr. Teddy Long, trying to sell samples of Viagra. Now, keep in mind, Teddy got these samples for free. He got them for free, and he's selling it to boys in the back. Now, let me ask you, before we get into too much about your response, I want to know, first of all, what were you selling them for? Did it come in a blister pack of like 2 or something, or what?
No, they didn't. No, I had a jar full of them.
Did you?
I had about 50 in a jar, so I was selling them $10 a pop.
Man, you were making some good money then, because I bet those boys were buying those things up left and right.
Oh, they were waiting on me one day. They was in a line like I was at a signing or something. They was waiting to get my autograph.
you told me a story, and I can't remember who it is now. I want to say,
Viscera.
Yes, Viscera. Can you tell that story? Because that cracked me up when you told me that.
Well,
warning.
Rest his soul, Viscera. God rest his soul. So here's the story on Viscera. So we slide into Viscera. He's sitting in the locker room. So I tried to ease into him. I said, "Hey, this is the real deal here. So all you got to do is ask the boys." So I think he went and talked to somebody, and somebody told him, how everything was great, So he ended up, I gave him one. So he ended up taking one, and about 20 minutes or something later, he comes to me, and he says, "Hey, man." He said, "I don't know what this is." He said, "But I just looked right down at my shit, and I said, whose is this?" what he said to
God.
me.
Oh,
He
God.
said he couldn't believe that was his own stuff down there. He said he kept like, who's this? Who's this?
Now, for everybody who does not know the story, you did end up in wrestler's court for selling that Viagra that you got for free.
And Taker was the judge.
Yeah, just I think the big thing was the fact that you found a defense attorney that nobody expected you to find. And who was that?
That was Mae Young, God rest her soul. And the way Mae Young lost the case is Mae Young tried to say the word Viagra and she said Niagara. So that's how Taker found me guilty. Because Mae Young couldn't say the right word.
I can't remember who was telling me they were in the room, and somebody told me, said the entire room was cracking up during this entire thing. I guess it's probably one of the more memorable moments of Wrestler's Court because you hear so many guys talk about that.